Hey, it's Camo with Nashville Access, Facebook Live, the Pie Wagon Sessions. We're here at the Pie Wagon on Music Row with this guy, Paul Bogart. Man, good to see you again.
Thanks, Camo. Good to be back.
We talked a couple weeks ago at your album release party for Leather, which is your new album, and it's killer.
Thanks, man.
We talked a little bit that night and kind of delved into it. Produced by Trent Willman, who's had his sticky fingers on a lot of projects here in town.
Yeah.
And Texas.
For sure. Trent, I'm a genuine fan of Trent Willman. He, as an artist, as a writer, and the guy is super great. And he's producing a bunch of different acts, and it's fabulous. He does great work. And I actually called him about a year and a half ago now, I guess. I said, man, it's time. There's been a long stretch of silence.
This is your first album in 5 years.
Yeah, four or five. Yeah, and I shouldn't say it's silence because
You're
I've been
out there.
busy. I've been hustling. I
I
work a bunch of dates. 90 days a year with my band, and I'm writing all the time here in town. So I guess I shouldn't say silence, but it was the first time in, like I say, 4 or 5 years to put out new recorded music. So I called Trent about a year and a half ago, and he agreed to produce it. I was thrilled, and then the whole process of putting out a record, it seemed to take longer than what I had originally hoped. But I'm glad that it took the time that it did, because it's kind of funny how it all kind of worked out, because I was ready. I thought I was ready a year and a half ago. Like, let's do this. And Trent's like, okay, man, here we go. But then we kept writing. Trent and I kept writing. And one of the tunes that he and Shane Miner and I wrote and made the record, and I was thrilled. I mean, it's a great tune. I mean, those guys are awesome writers, obviously. So, but then we finished. So in January, we went in and recorded the album, and it was sent off to be mastered in, I guess it was February or so. And then I finished up another song, and I was like, okay, if there ever was a time for this specific song to make an album, it's right now, because it's a song that I wrote. It's a lullaby for my little boy, Tanya, my wife, and I have a 19-month-old son, Jet. You met Jet, I think,
Jet,
at the showcase.
Little cowboy.
Yeah, he's a little. Well, I mean, some days he likes to wear his tennis shoes and shorts and run around. But some days it's like, give me that cowboy hat. Yeah. I'm wearing it. But anyway, so in February of this year, I started writing this lullaby for Jet, because he gets a lullaby every night. Right. His mom sings.
You explained that at the show.
His mom sings him Doris Day.
Which is cool, but you explained it. But it's not his.
Yeah, sure. And when I put him down, I sing him this old cowboy song that's again not necessarily a lullaby. And I thought, I'm a songwriter. I want to write his own proper lullaby. So anyway, Bill White and I we finished this tune after the album was already being mastered. So we finished it up. I did a work tape of the song. I sent it to management, sent it to Trent, and I was like, okay, is this worth it to put everything on hold? And they both agreed, let's do it. So again, the process of doing this album took longer than what I had hoped, but it was worth the wait, because I love every tune. There's 10 songs on the record, and I'm thrilled with how each song
and that really makes it a much more personal album when you've got a song, because there's no point waiting until he's 3 years old to write a lullaby.
Yeah.
He's sleeping on his own at that.
Yeah, it's like, Dad, that is not cool.
Yeah, it's even worse when they're 14.
Yeah, for sure.
Shut up.
Yeah.
But so it's the right time to be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was super neat, and putting the tune together. I had Janae Fleener. She came in and played fiddle on it. Nick Palmer, he's my guitar player in my band. Yeah. He played guitar, and just the treatment of this song was they handled it with kid gloves. It's called Buckaroo Lullaby, and they just did a fabulous job.
It's funny because it's not the kind of song I would put in my library, but it is. It's there, and it's because it's just such a good song, and it stands up in between Garth and George Strait.
Yeah,
you know,
thank you.
It's really cool. Your style of music, I said, is putting the cowboy back in country, which is really good. I think we need more of that.
Well, I'm doing my best. No.
But you're the real deal. I mean, you work with AQHA. You go to those every year.
The AQHA, the American Quarter Horse Association, they've been a huge part of my life. I grew up in Northeast Oklahoma. My dad taught us to team rope and rope calves when we were just little guys, and that the rodeo was kind of my father-son relationship with my dad, and still is. Matter of fact, we qualified to go to the American Quarter Horse World Championships
team roping,
and the team roping next month. So I'll get to rope with my dad, who's 66, and so we're roping together in November in Oklahoma City.
It's too bad you're not. George Strait has stopped his team roping championship. This year was the last one, so that's too bad you can't.
Hey, that roping was an incredible roping, and it was super tough.
That's George and Bubba that do that too.
Yeah.
They're a team, so it's a good father and son thing.
You bet.
Very cool. How much of that plays into, because when you're working with horses, you have to have a certain mentality and relationship with the horse, and sometimes the horse doesn't want to work at the same speed that you want to work at.
Sure.
Does that apply to songwriting and performing?
That's a great question.
It is a great question. I just thought of that.
How does it
because
relate to songwriting?
Sometimes, especially when you've got a younger horse, you've got to have a lot of patience.
Sure.
Does that work with songwriting? Do you know when you're rushing it and when to back off, like you do with a horse?
To a certain extent, yes. I mean, I guess with a colt, especially. So my dad raises American Quarter Horses. Yeah. He has a foal crop every year from between 4 babies to 30 babies. You know.
And every woman watching this now is going, "Oh,
yeah." But it's fun. It is. Yeah. It's super fun. And a lot of times he'll send me colts out here to Tennessee to start for him. Cool. So as far as comparing that, the colt breaking or starting to songwriting, it's I mean, I guess you have to. Each of them kind of have to take I'll say it like this: they're your babies. You know, I mean, they're your project, and you want what's best for the colt, and you want what's best for the tune. So I guess there's some, just like for example, Buckaroo Lullaby. I started writing that song on an overnight drive, coming home from, I think the band was playing in Wyoming, and I started writing that
song. That's a lot of road. That's
a lot of road, and it was my shift to drive. It was through the night. Yeah. Nobody's on Interstate 90 going across, South Dakota. So I started that song and wrote a bunch of different verse ideas, and I just chiseled away. But then I got with Bill White. We had a writing session booked, and I ran this idea by him. I said, this may be too personal for me, for you to want to get in on it. But here's the idea. Here's what the melody I've got. Would you want to join? And he did. So Bill, he helped me finish that tune up. And so I guess relating back to Colt, you want what's best for them, and not all of them are the same. Each of them have a different personality. Each of them our athleticism is different.
Yeah. So that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Cool. You want to do a song?
Sure. I'd love that. Let's see. What do you do here? We could do Buckaroo Lullaby. Let's do. I'll play the song that I wrote with Trent Willman, and Shane Miner. We got together one day with Warner Brothers, and Shane and Trent are both cowboys.
Yeah.
You know, team ropers.
Yeah, I mean, Trent, Rope and Pen.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah, all those great songs.
But here we were, three cowboy guys on Music Row, and we start the conversation talking about old cowboy songs and different heroes of ours. And one of us said, "Man, what would it be like if there weren't any more cowboys?" And we're like, "That's the song we want to write." So this is a tune. It's called "When the Cowboys Are Gone."
Cool.
There's 1,000 stories beneath that old weathered hat. He's got more lines and creases than a Texas road map. He stares through the smoke of a hand-rolled cigarette and thinks about the good old days. It was cattle, not concrete, that covered these hills. When your word was your contract and you shook on me. When a man got ahead, hard work and iron will. You can't believe how much has changed. He never had nothing, he didn't sweat or bleed for. When life gave him lightning, he rode out the storm, tough as nails and headstrong. Right was right, wrong was wrong. Hit the dirt, brush it off, get back on. God bless him, God help us all when the cowboys are gone. When the movers and shakers, the bankers are done, will there be any room left for the free to still run? The kind who ain't scared to stick to their guns. It's getting hard to find someone like him. Never had nothing he didn't sweat or bleed for. When life gave him lightning, he rode out the storm, tough as nails and headstrong. Right was right, wrong was wrong. Hit the dirt, brush it off, get back on. God bless him, God help us all when the cowboys are gone. My knees hit the floor before I go to bed. To thank the good Lord, there's a few of us left. You never had nothing, didn't sweat or bleed for. When life gives us lightning, we ride out the storm, tough as nails and headstrong. The right is right, wrong is wrong. Here's to those who keep riding on. God bless them, and God help us all when the cowboys are gone. When the cowboys are gone.
Very cool. Such a great song.
Yeah, man, thank you.
When I listened to your first album, because I got the download, the preview, and I was just blown away, because to me it was like when a George Strait album came out.
Wait, which album?
The new one, Leather.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And to me it was like when a George Strait album came out, because it had a little bit of Western swing,
Yeah.
a little bit of something that could almost be called contemporary country, but it's always traditional. I'm guessing George Strait was probably a big influence on you.
Yeah, for sure. Good grief. I mean, he's definitely a hero. I actually, you mentioned the horse thing earlier in rodeo and George Strait's team roping.
Yeah.
When I was probably 13 or 14 years old, that's when I started, like, it just kind of caught my stride, and I was catching and I was winning, and we were entering little jackpots around Northeast Oklahoma, which in that part of the world you can enter a jackpot every night of the week. So we started going, and my dad and we started traveling kind of from South Dakota to as far east as Memphis, and then out in Colorado and as far south as San Antonio. Well, we went to the San Antonio United States Team Roping Championships, and George Strait was entered, and he was up like 2 runs before me.
Wow.
And at the time, I had started playing guitar and singing and even writing some songs, and I was 12 or 13, and so and matter of fact, George Strait was the first concert I had ever seen in Tulsa. So when I'm, they're literally calling my name, they'll tell you who's up, they tell you who's on deck, they tell you who's in the hole, and who needs to get ready. And so it was so crazy hearing, because he was 2 runs before me. It was like George Strait and whoever he was roping with, on deck is so and so, and on deck, and 3 away is Paul Bogart. It was just like it was so crazy to hear. We were
the same context.
Yeah.
Cool.
But so he has been a hero, and I mean just from the team roping and obviously music.
Yeah. We were talking before this about Nashville, and how do you feel kind of freaked out by, you wake up and it's like, man, I'm part of this going on here. 'Cause we both have, in different ways, we both have that. You just go about your daily stuff.
Sure.
At moments, it's like, I can't believe I'm doing it.
I mean, there are different times when I've been, quote, freaked out, if you will. Yeah. One of those times, I had just moved to town right after college. My little brother, Philip, he and I shared a room. We're 2 years apart, and he and I shared a room from the time he was born. Yeah. He's my younger brother. So he was my best bud. We fought like cats and dogs when we were little, but then middle school on, it was like I got his back, and we were thick as thieves. But anyway, when I first moved to town, I didn't know a soul. I'm from small town Northeast Oklahoma, and I'm big-eyed. And
welcome to
the
Nashville,
big city,
Yeah.
And Philip, he was on summer break from Oklahoma State University, and so he moved to town with me. And I'll back up to make this story make a little more sense. When I was in college,
it's Nashville Access. We don't worry about anything making sense.
When I was in college, I had made music from, when I wasn't entered in a rodeo, I was trying to book shows on those weekends, book concerts. So I had a little Western swing band, and I was playing from South Kansas to North Texas, just trying to play little honky-tonks and VFWs and Elks Lodge, all the different places.
Where you can get.
Yeah, sure. And I'm learning, I'm honing my craft. I had never played a hometown concert in my hometown of Oologah, Oklahoma. And so we decided we junior in college or whatever it was.
I could do this.
Yeah, you bet. So we scheduled it. We put out flyers, hometown concert. For more information, call my parents' home phone number.
Yeah.
Small town, Oklahoma.
Thinking nothing's going to help.
Right, absolutely. So we get a phone call from this guy named Floyd. Floyd calls, and he asks for Paul. Sure. What's up, Floyd? I don't know, Floyd. And he goes, hey, this is Floyd such and such. I work for Garth Brooks, and we saw your flyer. Would you, and he wants to meet you.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, this is a prank call. So I told Floyd, I'm super busy this summer. I appreciate you calling, but I'll have to check my schedule. And I was done with that conversation. True story. He called me back the next week and was like, hey, this is Floyd again. Did you check your schedule? And I'm like, are you for real?
Is your refrigerator running?
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Camo, that's what I'm saying. So he, the next day, Floyd came to my folks' house, picks me up, and he drove me. And everybody, Northeast Oklahoma, everybody knows where Garth Brooks' place is. You just know, and it's 12 miles from my folks. So here we go. And I didn't know Floyd, but I'll jump in the truck with you. Here we go. So he drives me, sure enough, right to the front gate of Garth's place. And the gate opens, and we drive in and knock on the front door, and out walks this guy. Yeah, and he's wearing this T-shirt, wearing athletic shorts, an OSU ball cap turned around backwards, and he's barefooted.
Yeah.
Walks out and shakes my hand. What's up, man? I'm Garth. I'm like, I know. You know, I didn't say, I don't know what I said, but anyway, back to your question, do I ever get freaked out about being in town? So my brother had moved out here with me just to give me, you know, so let me know somebody.
A little bit of some moral support.
Yeah, while he's on his summer break. And Garth had told me when I was still in school, like, man, you rope like what you do. You're a successful team roper because of the location you live. There's a jackpot every night of the week. But he said, if you want to move, if you want to do music, you gotta go to Nashville, Tennessee. That's where it happens. That's where you learn. That's where you hone your craft. And he goes, if and when you move out there, I'll throw you a bone along the way. I'll take the scraps from Garth's table. That's fine. So moved to town, and my brother and I, we had some friends visiting from Nebraska. Okay. And we were at the YMCA pool, and we're acting like 20-year-old kids. Just we're playing, you know. And meantime, I miss a call from Garth Brooks. He calls and leaves a voicemail while we're swimming. Camo, what is happening? So I get the voicemail. I was like, hey man, this is Garth. We're doing a Crystal Dew tribute album, or a Crystal Dew tribute song, and I want you to sing on it with me. If you can, meet us at Jack's Tracks tomorrow at such and such. And I'm thinking, what in the world? So sure enough, the next day, my brother and I, we go to Jack's Tracks, and there's G-Man, and there he is. Right. And he yells out, Paul Bogart, from across the room, and I'm thinking, wow. And then he runs over and bear hugs me and spins me around, and that's where I was freaked out. I was like, this is my life.
That's cool.
This is crazy. So anyway, he's been a huge encouragement. We've actually gotten to write a little bit together, and but yeah. So that was one of the, I'm sure, several times, and then it's like,
really
is this what I'm doing?
That would freak out most people.
Yeah. Anyway,
you want to do another song?
Sure. All right. Let's see.
The album is called Leather. You gotta get it. It's a great album.
Thank you for that.
And this is who recorded it.
I'll play you a song that I did not write.
Okay.
This town obviously is built on songwriters, and I feel like I definitely wanted to hear the best songs that I could hear and record the best songs that I could record. So Jim, I called a bunch of good friends and mentors and heroes, songwriter friends. One of them was Jim Beavers, who actually produced Oklahoma Wind, which was my album.
The Beavers brothers.
Yeah.
Red Solo Cup.
Yep, you bet, and tons of others.
Hits. Yeah.
So I called Jim and I was like, "Hey man, we're doing a new album. Would you send me some stuff that I can potentially cut?" And I was like, "You know me, you know what I do. Would you send me something?" So he sent 10 or 15 songs, and one of them was a tune that he wrote with Bob DePiro and Easton Corbin, and it was super country, and it was right up my alley. A song called "Pretty Please," and I thought, Easton Corbin, who's a little more country than that, hasn't recorded this song. So I texted Jim back. I was like, "Hey man, this Pretty Please is off the chain. Is that one really available?" He goes, "Yeah, Easton passed on it, so it's all yours if you want it." And I said, "Yeah, you bet." So it's a song called "Pretty Please."
Nice.
Girl, you're so doggone pretty, it'd be a doggone pity
stars are all aligning. If I have to beg, well, I ain't too proud. Pretty please, you look so fine, and put your pretty little lips on mine. I need to kiss you, baby, like crazy. Pretty please, you got my heart and a whole lot of other parts, all yearning, burning for you. I want you bad. Let's keep this porch swing swinging while that old bullfrog singing is a little love song for you and me. This want to's getting stronger, girl, I can't wait much longer. So slide on over, give me what I need. Pretty please, you look so fine, put your pretty little lips on mine. I need to kiss you, baby, like crazy. Pretty please, you got my heart and a whole lot of other parts, all yearning, burning for you. I want you. Hey girl, do you ever get tired of being this hot and lighting my fire? Seeing this boy down on his knees, saying pretty please. Pretty please, you look so fine, and put your pretty little lips on mine. I need to kiss you, baby, like crazy. Pretty please, you got my heart and a whole lot of other parts, all yearning, burning for you. I want you, all yearning, burning for you. Pretty please.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Great
man.
song.
It is a great song. No, I was thrilled to be able to record that one.
Nice. Paul Bogart, the album is Leather. Go get it, because it's really, really good, man. Thank you for coming
Camo.
and doing this. Anytime, come back.
Hey,
you
I
got
wanna
nothing
say,
to do on a
you-
Thursday. And
You do a fantastic job, man.
Oh, thanks.
Really, I've watched a lot of your interviews, and obviously we've interviewed once before at my showcase.
we'll
and-
start your fan club. You can work mine.
Okay, that sounds good. Thanks
Check
for
it
having
out.
me.
The album is Leather. Go download it. Go buy it so he can write another
There you
lullaby
go.
for his son.
That's right.
Thanks a lot, Paul.
Yeah, man.
It's great.
Thank you. Appreciate it.